Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. I am happy to welcome you all for our online teaching academy, Ekalaiva. For the class 11, subject Biozoology, the chapter name is Kingdom Animalia. Today we are going to see pattern of symmetry. Children, do you know what is symmetry? Have you heard the word symmetry, children? Symmetry is nothing but arrangement. Patterns of symmetry. That means symmetry is a body arrangement in which the parts that lie on opposite side of an axis are identical. Clear? They do not display any symmetry. There is no arrangement of body parts. Then it is said to be asymmetrical. The word A is nothing but absence. Absence. Can't able to divide the organism into identical parts. That is called asymmetrical. Cannot able to display, do not display the symmetry. That means cannot able to divide the organisms into two equal parts, two identical parts. Then it is said to be asymmetrical. Such animals lack a definite body. They do not have a well defined definite body or irregular shape. If the body parts is there, means it is irregular. Okay. So any plane passing through the center axis. Clear? Any plane passing through the center of the body does not divide them into two equal halves. A plane passing through the center cannot divide into two equal parts, two equal halves. It is said to be asymmetrical. Clear? This asymmetrical is seen in phylum Porifera. The example is sponges. Okay? See the picture here, children. It is irregular shape. Irregular body parts. Any plane passing through the center, we cannot able to divide the organism into two equal halves. So it is said to be asymmetrical. Clear, children? Symmetrical animals means can divide the organism into two halves, two equal parts, two identical parts. Symmetrical animals have paired body parts, paired, okay, that are arranged either side of a plane passing through the central axis. When any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two equal or two identical parts, it is said to be radial symmetry. What is this? Radial symmetry. Radial symmetry is nothing but a plane, a cutting, okay, a division. A plane passing through the central axis divides the organism into two identical. Identical is nothing but same. Okay. So they have a body plan in which the body parts are organized in a circle around an axis. This radial symmetry is the principal symmetry in diploblastic animals. What is diploblastic? Organism which arise having two layers, ectoderm and endoderm. They are said to be the diploblastic, only two layers. So this radial symmetry is only seen in phylum Coelentrates. It is also called as cnidarians. Example is sea anemone. See the picture here, children. See here, this is the picture of sea anemone. A plane passing through the center divides the organism into two identical parts. The sea anemone looks like a circle around an axis. Okay, a body plan in which the body parts are organized as a circle. Okay, this type is seen in the sea anemone. Clear? Animals which possesses two pairs of symmetrical sides, two pairs. Okay, Animals having two identical pairs, similar pairs, are said to be biradially symmetrical. Two parts, two identical parts, a pair that is said to be biradially symmetrical. See the picture here. There are only two planes of symmetry, only two planes on through which one is through longitudinal and sagittal axis and another one is through longitudinal and transverse axis. This is the longitudinal and sagittal axis. Sagittal is nothing but two parts, one is right side and left side. Okay, so a plane passing through the center, two plane, one from the longitudinal and sagittal axis, another from a longitudinal and transverse axis. Two pairs of symmetrical sides. This is one pair and this is another pair. So such type of arrangement is said to be biradially symmetrical. The word bi means two. So two pairs of symmetrical sides. This is one pair, left side and right side one pair, and top and bottom another pair. So two pairs of symmetrical sides, it is said to be biradially symmetrical. How you have to pronounce biradially symmetrical? This biradially symmetrical is seen in jellyfish, comb jellyfish. See the picture here. One plane passing through the center axis from the longitudinal direction, longitudinal and sagittal axis, another it is perpendicular to this. Now we have two pairs of identical sides. Clear? Animals which have two similar halves on either side of the central plane. Listen very carefully. Either side of the central plane, it is very important. That shows bilaterally symmetrical. It is not biradially, bilaterally symmetrical. Can you get my point, children? Animals which have two similar halves from this left side and right side, two. So animals which have two similar halves on either side of the central plane. This is the central axis, central plane. It divides the organism into two identical halves. Okay, that is called bilateral symmetry. It is an advantageous type of symmetry in triploblastic animals. Triploblastic means third phylum. What is the first phylum? Porifera. What is the second one? Coelenterata. From Platyhelminthes till the chordates. Clear, children? So what is bilateral symmetry? Animals which have two similar halves. This is one half, the other one. Animals having two halves on either side, one from left side and another from right side, through the central axis. This is a very important point. Through the central plane, central axis. That shows bilateral symmetry. It's clear? The next one is coelom. The word coelom is nothing but body cavity. Clear, children? Coelom is nothing but body cavity. Most animals possesses, the word possesses is nothing but having. Most of the animals having body cavity or coelom between the body wall. Body wall is nothing but layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Clear? So the body cavity or coelom is present between the body wall and the alimentary canal and is lined with mesoderm. Mesoderm is one of the layer between the ectoderm and endoderm. Clear? Animals which do not possess, which do not having any body cavity or coelom, then it is said to be acoelomate. A means no body cavity. Acoelomate means no body cavity. Okay. Since there is no body cavity in these animals, the body is solid. How? Without a perivisceral cavity. Even though the body cavity is not there, absence of body cavity of the animals, the body is solid without a perivisceral cavity. Clear? This restricts the free movement of internal organs. So this type of coelom is seen in the flatworm. Can you get my point, children? Flatworm. See the picture here, children. This is the body wall. That is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. There is no, this is the alimentary canal or gut, G-U-T. Gut is nothing but intestine. Okay, it is one of the part for digestion. So there is no body cavity in the mesoderm. This is the ectoderm and the inner one is the endoderm. In between is this is the called mesoderm. Mesoderm. There is no body cavity or coelom. Such type of arrangement is seen in the flatworm. So this is called acoelomate. A means absence of coelom. The next one is, in some animals the body cavity is not fully lined, partially lined. Okay, so the body cavity is not fully lined by the mesodermal epithelium, but the mesoderm is formed as a scattered pouch between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Can you get my point? The cavity is not fully lined by the mesodermal epithelium, but the mesoderm is formed as a scattered pouch between the outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. Such body cavity is said to be pseudocele. How you have to pronounce pseudocele? Here P is silent. Pseudocele. Okay. Animals that possesses a pseudocele are called pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate. Example is roundworm. See the picture here, children. This is the outer one, ectoderm, and this is the inner one, endoderm, and this is the mesoderm. Okay, there is a body cavity, but it is not fully lined. Can you get my point? Clear? Yes. The next one, eucoelom, are also called as true coelom. It is nothing but fully filled body cavity. Okay, so the fluid filled body cavity that develop within the mesoderm, outer ecto, inner endo, between, middle, that is called mesoderm. Mesoderm having the fluid filled body cavity and it is lined by mesodermal epithelium. Very important. So the body cavity is lined by mesodermal epithelium. Such animals with a true body cavity is called coelomate or eucoelomate. How you have to pronounce coelomate or eucoelomate? See the picture here, children. What is this, children? This is earthworm. You are all very familiar with this organism, right? It is also called as farmer's friend, right? You know everything. So earthworm, in this one of the segment have like this enlargement here. This is the outer one, ectoderm, you know very well, and inner one, this is a yellow thing, this is called endoderm. In between the ecto and the endo there will be a mesoderm. The mesoderm is lined with fluid filled body cavity that is lined by mesodermal epithelium. This is the mesodermal epithelium. So it is occupied with a fully body cavity. Okay, so that is called coelomate or eucoelomate. Can you get my point? Clear? Yes? Yes, very good. The next one is segmentation and notochord. See the name, children. Segmentation. What is the meaning? Segment. Already we saw one animal, earthworm. Earthworm have a identical segment. Segment 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. No. That is called segmentation. In some animals, the body is externally as well as and internally divided into a series of repeated units called segments. Clear? Segments is nothing but the body is externally as well as internally divided into a series of segments, that is called segments. The simplest form of segment or the simplest form of segmentation is found in annelids, Annelida, phylum Annelida, okay, in which each unit of the body is very similar to the next one. So all the segments are similar, same, identical. Okay, so this is the simplest form of segmentation. It is only seen in the phylum Annelida. But in Arthropoda, example is cockroach. Okay, so the segments may be look different, and has a different function. Each segments have different function. So many segments is there, all the segments are not identical, and even though they have a different function. So the segments are different, they have look very different, and functions also different. So animals which possesses notochord at any stage of their development during the embryonic development, then they are called as chordates. So animals having notochord, then it is said to be chordates. Notochord is a mesodermal derived rod-like structure. It is formed in the mesoderm. It is arise in the mesoderm. So it is called as mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side during the embryonic development in some animals. So based on the presence of notochord or absence of notochord, animals are classified into two major ones. One is chordates and another one is non-chordates. Can you see the name here? Chordates means they have a well organized, that is notochord. What is notochord? Notochord is nothing but it is a mesodermally derived rod-like structure. It is present, it is formed at the dorsal side during the embryonic development. So during the embryonic development, the rod-like structure arise in the mesoderm. That is called notochord. If it is present, it is said to be chordates. It is seen in it has some divisions. Cephalochordates, urochordates, fishes to mammalia. Okay. Then non-chordates. Non-chordates means absence of notochord. Clear? So it is seen in the phylum Porifera to Hemichordata. From Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echidodermata, Hemichordata. From phylum 1 to phylum 9, all the organisms comes under this phylum are non-chordates. That means they do not have a backbone, they do not have a notochord. Clear? Then classification of kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia is in the last one. RH Whittaker divide the organisms into 5 major kingdom, right? Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. Now we are discussing the 5th kingdom, that is kingdom Animalia, how the organisms are classified. See, animal kingdom is divided into 2 sub-kingdoms. That one, first one is Parazoa. See, the animal kingdom, kingdom Animalia is broadly classified into sub-kingdom. The first one is Parazoa and another one is Eumetazoa. See the spelling here, children? The pronunciation is very important. Parazoa and another one is Eumetazoa. Based on their organization. What organization? Cellular level, tissue level, organ level and organ system level. Clear? First one is Parazoa. See the name Parazoa. These include the multicellular sponges. Sponges is the example of phylum Porifera. Okay. So right, these include the multicellular sponges and their cells are loosely aggregated, loosely arranged and do not form any tissues. So the kingdom Animalia is broadly classified into 2 sub-kingdoms. The first one is Parazoa. Parazoa means only the multicellular sponges, only phylum Porifera. The rest phylum all comes under Eumetazoa. Can you get my point, children? Second one is Eumetazoa. These include multicellular animals with well-defined tissues, well-organized organs, well-defined organ system. See here, this includes multicellular animals with well-defined tissues which are organized as organs and organ system. Clear? So Eumetazoans include 2 taxonomical levels called grades. So major one, kingdom Animalia, it divides into 2 sub-kingdom. One is Parazoa and another one is Eumetazoa. Then Eumetazoa again have 2 taxonomical levels, that is called grades. They are, the first one is Radiata and another one is Bilatria. What is that? Radiata and another one is called Bilatria. Clear? See here, Eumetazoans include two taxonomical levels called grades. They include Radiata and Bilateria, as I said earlier. First grade 1, Radiata. Among the eumetazoans, a few animals having only the two layers of cell. That means organisms having two layers. One is ectoderm and another one is endoderm. The outer ecto and the inner endo. And they are separated by jelly-like mesoglea. They are comes under Radiata. They are radially symmetrical and diploblastic animals. It is seen in sea anemone and jellyfish. Okay, so the eumetazoa includes two taxonomical level, that is grades, two grades. One is Radiata, another one is said to be Bilateria. So Radiata means organism having only two layers, outer ecto and inner endo. So both these layers are linked with jelly-like mesoglea. They are separated with jelly-like mesoglea. It is seen in the sea anemone. The next one is Bilateria. The eumetazoans other than the Radiata, okay, shows organ level of organization and are bilaterally symmetrical and triploblastic. See here, triploblastic means it has three layers: outer ectoderm and middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. See, all these phylum from Platyhelminthes, Haeschelminthes till chordates, they are comes under Bilateria, grade 2 Bilateria. Clear, children? Thank you, children. To receive our online lessons, please press subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you.